At this stage of my work, I need to resize the video so that it fits the size of the file resolution. And the way to do that is to add a resize effect. So there's the video selected, the track selected, that is, over here. And what I need to do is go to my effects. And here we have many effects which we're going to talk about. If I go to my image entry over here, I have a resize effect. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to drag over my video track like so. So whenever I do that, something should have happened. I don't really see the actual result right away, but if I look over here, it says that I have a resize effect because that's the icon that I got from here. Now to actually edit the resize values, what I need to do is go to my effects window. And the way to do that is to go to the effect mode by clicking on this button over here. And now I see that I have the resize effect added. Now I can open the different sections to see what I have, and what I need to do is to scale up the video. So I can scale up the width, and there's my result changing in the composer window. I'm gonna press undo and scale the height. So it works, but what I need to do is scale both at the same time. So I'm gonna check fixed aspect so that both will change at the same time, and now I'm gonna scale so that I have both scaling at the same time. Alright, so that's all I needed to do with this effect. We're going to talk more about it later. For now, I'll just close it, and if I scrub, I would see that I have the effect applying to the whole video in real time. So that's my first video added in the sequence. So what I have here is a sequence which so far is untitled. I can give it a title. For example, I'm going to call it short movies. So that's the title of my sequence, and so far I just used TV set in that. So now I'm going to use the rest of the videos. So I can close the TV set window and I can double click on statue, and there it is. Of course it has the same limitation in terms of size that the other video had, but we can solve it the exact same way. So the first thing I need to do is set the in and out points. So first I'll preview my movie, and let's say that I want to use it from the start. So I'm gonna set the start over here, and that's the in point, and I want the out point to be there. So there's my out point, and now I have it over there. And that's the statue, which I'm gonna drag and release over here. So now I have the TV set, and after that I have the statue. So if I scrub my movie now, I have the TV set, and right away after that I have the statue. Now of course the jump is very sharp, because in this case the two movies don't really relate to each other, but it doesn't matter for this exercise because we're just learning how to operate the Avid on this beginner level here. So what I need to do is add the resize. So I would like to know the resize that I added here, the factor, so that I can give the same factor to the other video. And the way to do that is to select the other video, or be in the other video over here, and then go to Resize and Scaling, and here I see that I have 114%, which I want to give to the other video. So if I go over here and just take the resize and place it there, and I go to my effects and scaling, fixed aspect, and set this to 114. So that's how I have my two videos the same way. Now it doesn't really matter if you see this black bar at the end. This shows that it's the end of your movie. It doesn't really render at the end. So I have added the two videos together. What I need to do maybe between the two is add a little transition, because so far I have a very sharp change from one video to the other. So let's add a transition to smooth out the change from one video to another. So while we are in the effects over here, we have some things that we can use. For example, We can go to blend, and here we have different things that we can use. We can go to box swipe and so forth. Now we're going to talk about these in detail later. For now, what I want to do is go to film and try to use the film dissolve. So I'm going to click on this effect and release it right in between. So this is going to give you the overlap between the two, and I'm going to click on size to fit, and here if I scrub the time now, I no longer have a sharp abrupt change from one to the other, but instead I have a smooth transition or a dissolve, which is dissolving the new video into the other one. So I added my transition over here, and of course I have to continue to add all my videos into this sequence, but I'm gonna let you do that. In the next video I'm gonna show you how to export this into one complete movie.